Hello! The day today is November 12, 2020. Nagkaroon ng class suspension and dapat may class tayo today. So since hindi ko kayo na-meet, I opted to just record the updates and announcements that we have for Earth Science so that updated pa rin kayo kahit na-suspend yung class natin. So speaking of updates, first, congratulations! You finished the first quarter. So you already tackled the first half of our semester and patapos na ang ating semester soon. So almost there, you already did do well for the first quarter. So kung pumasa kayo sa course ko, congratulations. Kung malapit nang pumasa, it's still an achievement kasi in this new online learning setup, hindi madali ang online learning setup. Regardless if you have been an achiever or just a normal student during our face-to-face classes. It's really challenging. So if you have passed my course, congratulations, and that is an achievement. So just a reminder, your SIO3 final grade available in BBL is not your final average or your final score that will be seen on 1MCL. So ang gagawin natin, we will average the quarter grades. So, the first quarter grade and the second quarter grade will be average and yun yung ilalagay natin sa 1MCL. So, there is still a chance na tumaas pa yung average nyo depending on how you perform for the second quarter or pwedeng bumaba. So, it's going to be up to you. Okay. So, since tapos na yung first quarter, let's move to the second quarter. So, second quarter, new set of goals, new modules that will be uploaded. So far, we have 2 modules uploaded and I hope you have at least opened one of them. So, aside from the modules uploaded, there's a new PT. So, performance task. So, yung performance task natin, as you know, that's 50% of your total score or total grade for SIO3. So it's going to be very important. So the PT for the second quarter is an oral presentation. So after getting feedback, the student should choose one topic from the written paper. So kung naalala nyo, the first quarter, di ba, yung final paper ay yung debunk. So pipili ka ng 2 fake news, yung position paper, tapos isa-submit nyo sa akin. So the student will create a video oral presentation discussing the contents of the paper on one of the topics only. So in the first PT sa position paper, di ba dalawa yung topics. For the oral presentation, isa lang yung gagamitin nyo. So just use one topic for your oral presentation. I suggest choose the best one. Yung mas maganda yung pagkaka-explain nyo or mas maraming scientific data gathered to support your argument. The video should be uploaded through YouTube. You may just unlist it. The link will then be submitted through BBL. So as of this recording, I have already put a submission bin in our BBL, same performance task folder, so you can easily find it. The video should only be 5 minutes or less. So wag na nating habaan, just limit it to 5 minutes. Then the best oral presentation will be shared to the rest of the class. Diba, meron tayong 12 topics prepared or choices ng first quarter. So, gagawin natin, pipili tayo ng best oral presenter for each topic and I will put the link for the rest of the class to see. Kasi sayang naman yung effort nyo, diba? So, para makita ng ibang classmates nyo on how well you did on your oral presentation, then I will link the best presenters. Okay, so pwede kayong maging formal. You may be as formal as you wish in the oral presentation, or if you want it to be a semi-casual type of presentation, you may do so. It's up to you on how you will personalize it. You don't have to show your face, but a voice-over is required. Okay? I do not recommend using ano yan, yung mga auto-reading stuff, yung well, alam niyo yung meaning ko, yung nag-auto-read, parang AI reader, wag ganon. Just you presenting. Kasi nga, yun yung gagradean natin, yung pagpe-present nyo. So, depende sa inyo if you want to show your face and how you will design your presentation. The rubrics is available in our PT folder. The instructions are also available there. if you want to consult those, then yeah, you will easily find the files in its respective folder. English, please. By the way, so English din yung oral presentation natin. The deadline for the oral presentation is December 18, 2020 kasi yun na ang last day natin. So, ngayon, nire-record ko to November 12. Kung iisipin mo, isang buwan na lang ay tapos na. Mas maikli yung second quarter than the first quarter. So, like, more than 1 month, tapos na ang klase natin. Dapat by December 18, all in na ang ating activities. And I want to point out, it's going to be the same for the other courses. Alam niyo yan. Feeling ko, by December 18, yung last week na yun, hell week siguro yun. Magpapapasa na ng mga tasks and other requirements. And ang hirap magkagilap ng teacher pag holiday na kasi nakabakasyon na lahat. So, mind your schedules and deadlines for all your courses as well. Then, if you wish, you can work on your performance task early. Kaya naglagay na ako ng submission din para hindi naman ako sumabay dun sa yung pending hell week natin. Okay. So, yun lang naman ang updates ko about the performance task. If you have further questions about your performance task, message nyo lang ako, Microsoft Teams or Messenger. Pwedeng course message but hindi ako nabibigyan ng notif pag may nag-message. So, better kung Messenger or Microsoft Teams para makareply ako agad. Okay, so next, just a few things that I would like to add for the Geomorphic Processes module. So, that's the first module for the first quarter, pero nilabel na natin siya as, first module for the second quarter. Kaya ang label niya ay Module 9. So, Geomorphic Processes. And ito yung activity. So, for the activity ng Geomorphic Processes, I have provided a semi-blank concept map. And your task is to complete the concept map. And it involves the different concepts provided in the Geomorphic Processes discussion. Medyo mahaba kasi yung discussion and maraming terms na in-introduce. So, for preparation and for your own understanding, I opted to have this activity na ayusin nyo yung ideas into one concept paper. So, with this, next minutes, I will try to help you organize your thoughts in our Geomorphic Processes discussion. Okay, so first of all, of course, dapat alam nyo kung ano yung Geomorphic Processes. So, pag sinabi nating Geomorphic Processes, these are earthly processes which change and create our landforms. So, they could differ in terms of effect and origin and so forth, pero ultimately, it creates or changes landforms. So, that includes weathering, west wasting, plate tectonics, volcanic eruption, metamorphism, production of magma. So, separate, really big and small processes, but ultimately changes the landscape or allows the changes of our Earth. Okay. So, there are two types of geomorphic processes that you should know. Meron tayong exogenous and endogenous. So, kung nabasa niyo na yung module, it is very easy. And by looking at the terminologies themselves, you may already know what it means. So, pag sinabi nating exogenous, these are processes that only happen in the surface level. And they are small scale, while for the endogenous, these are large scale and they happen or originate from within the earth. So either from magma underneath the earth or from the mantle itself. So quite opposite sila. So yung isa outside, inside the earth, surface level, ito within the earth itself. Then, ito naman, small scale, exogenous small scale, endogenous large scale. So, terminologies that you should remember in comparing the two. Okay. And if you go back to our concept map, syempre, di ba, there are two segregate direction for the concept map. My first half, second half. Alam nyo na one of them will be exogenous and the other one will be endogenous processes. Okay, so the exogenous processes is, as I have mentioned in our discussion, it's a continuum. Kasi step-by-step process siya na that may occur. Pwede namang hindi mag-occur lahat ng processes in this slide, pero it's possible as well. Okay, so I'm not gonna go through the exogenous processes in detail, but I did give clues on what they are here with the letters signifying the terminologies missing. Okay, so I think you remember this from the slide if you have read our discussion. So this is weathering, mass wasting, erosion, transportation, and deposition. So all of this, so from weathering or breakdown of materials, which may happen either physical, chemical, or biological in nature, it will move yung mga weathered materials through mass wasting or erosion. Then, pwede pa siyang ma-further transport by geologic agents before it finally deposits in one location. So, if we go back to the geomorphic processes concept map, edi ito siya, diba? Ito si exogenous. Then, dito naman is your weathering, mass wasting, and erosion. So, hindi nakasama yung transportation and denudation. Then, yung types of weathering ay nandito naman. Then, it's up to you to discover the rest of the terminologies. I suggest just review our discussion or our slides, and you will find the other missing terms. Okay, next. So, on the other hand, meron naman tayong endogenous processes. So, there are 4 listed in our discussion. So, if you look at the concept map, nilagay si magma formation and metamorphism under igneous processes. Pero, although it could be acceptable kasi they are under magma pa din related to igneous processes, it would be better then to separate them into its own division. Pero for now, we'll just place it in the igneous processes under the concept map. Okay, so the tectonic processes, there are 3 types of ways how our tectonics could move. Pwedeng folding, faulting, or lateral faulting. Sa igneous processes, pwedeng volcanism or plutonism. Sa magma formation, there are also 3 depending on how the magma has formed and where. So, meron tayong decompression melting in divergent boundaries, transfer of heat in convergent boundaries, and flux melting in convergent as well, specifically at subduction zones. Then, meron tayong metamorphism. So, the idea of metamorphism in our slides is just to show you the different scenarios on how metamorphic rocks could also form. So, meron tayong acronym din na CCHRBS. So, contact, cataclastic, hydrothermal, regional, burial, and shock. So, if you want in detail definitions for those, then consult our discussion. Pero, binigyan ko na kayo ng clue kung paano siya aayusin. Then, all of that are members of this concept map. Okay, so it's up to you on how you will answer it. Okay, so yun lang naman ang magiging summary natin for geomorphic processes. Although, it would have been better if you guys are here with me discussing or giving the full summary of the geomorphic processes. But, if you have questions or clarifications about our lecture, our activity, and anything related, or if you just want to say hi, just message me through Microsoft Teams or Messenger. So again, thank you and see you next week. Stay safe, guys.